The increase of work from home and hybrid work has fundamentally changed how we work every day. And most experts would say it's for the better. There are dozens of articles and studies that state that this increase in flexibility and additional autonomy has improved how people work and actually boosts productivity. The problem is there's a big population that doesn't necessarily think that's true, and that's the C-suite. In fact, in today's work environment, 87% of people believe that they are highly productive. However, only 12% of CEOs think that's true. And this is the heart of the problem. Our leaders are paranoid that employees are taking advantage of them and that they're not being as productive with this additional flexibility as they are when they're in the office, where the managers can watch them to make sure they're working. In reality, where and how employees are working actually has a lot less to do with their productivity than you think. The truth is, whether your employees are being productive or not is almost entirely up to the culture and expectations that you, as their leader, have created. So, what do I mean by that? Well, as an employee, if your manager expects you to look busy and be constantly working, whether you're at home or at the office, then what you're likely to do is participate in what is called productivity theater. Oh, here comes my supervisor. Better switch the screen from Twitter back to the spreadsheets. Okay, they're gone. Now it's time to tell the world my opinions of the rings of power. The question that CEOs and managers need to ask themselves is not if employees are being productive when they're not being watched. The real question should be, do I expect them to be productive or just to look busy? Now, we made a video recently about the differences between expecting employees to be productive or busy. Here's a link to it. It really breaks this whole thing down rather well, so definitely check it out. But for now, here's a great way to really break down their difference. If you expect a person or team to accomplish, say, 10 tasks in a day, do you care if they do those 10 tasks in 8 hours or just 6, as long as the quality is the same? Now, a lot of managers and CEOs will say, well, if they can finish in 6 hours, I would just expect to only pay them for the 6 hours. Or, well, if they can do more than 10 in a day, I would just expect them to do 12 to 14 tasks in 8 hours, even though I really only need the 10 completed. If either of those statements sounds like how you think about work, then sadly, you are the problem. What this type of thinking does is it teaches employees to be busy and engage in productivity theater, because you're showing them if they work hard and are productive, the only real outcomes are either less money or more work. So you're unintentionally teaching them to just work hard enough or fast enough to meet their minimum requirements to get a full day's pay. If you really want to stop productivity paranoia, then you need to stop focusing on what the work looks like and the time people spend working. And you need to start focusing on the results of the work, how good the work is, and if the deadlines are being met. The key is to ask yourself, do I want to buy people's time and teach them to put on a good show for me? Or do I want to buy their results and teach them how to give me their best work?